Hello. I'm going to talk to you about the parable of the Good Samaritan. It's a famous story and one of my favorites. So in this story, a apostle is asking Jesus who's his neighbor, because Jesus has been talking about loving our neighbor as ourselves and has referred to this. In the story that Jesus tells him to show as an example, he talks about how a man was set upon by thieves. He was left at the roadside to die. He trots before us in this story a priest, a Levite, and a Samaritan. All of them are key figures in what Jesus is trying to make a point. The first two are religious members. They have standing in the community, and they represent the religious community. They are expected to take care of the poor and the weak and the helpless, and they're supposed to have stopped and help him, but they didn't. In the story, the third person was the person that the Jewish people shunned. Samaritans were considered unclean. They were considered idolatrous. They were considered people you didn't talk to, you didn't spend time with. They were terrible. As far as the community was concerned, the Jewish community, they wanted nothing to do with them. I love this parable, and I hope that you can see the part of it too, because in this parable, we are invited to see our neighbor as any human being that we run into. We are the creation in the image and likeness of God. And Jesus is in each and every one of us, in our lives, in who we are, based on that creation. So every person that comes into our lives is an opportunity to meet Jesus. And Jesus wanted this young apostle to understand that this person who helped him was not who we thought. That in this person was the love of God, because he was a creation of God. We need to think and look at in the people in our lives and around us. We need to see that each encounter, no matter how pleasant or unpleasant, no matter how much we like the person or disagree with the person, or they're horrible, or they're kind but they don't agree with us, or they're poor, or they're extremely rich, or they are missing something that we cannot handle, you have an opportunity to love Jesus right there. There's a gospel song that's very popular. I love it. It's Jesus in Disguise. Jesus challenges us in the parable to see him in disguise and to show us what charitable actions look like. The heathen, the unwanted person, helped this person, and he put him up after doctoring his wounds, and he paid for his care until he could return. That's where Jesus wants us to understand. Neighbors are people that we encounter who need our help. And if we want to love Jesus, I feel that the parable is inviting us to do so by loving other people. Thank you.